Hello again, guys. This is Jim, PA Woodsman. See, I have a mess right now on my island. In the process of getting ready for the upcoming backpacking season. I have a trip planned for March and possibly another one in June so far. Just trying to get all my food products started, so trying something different today. This is a steam in your bag vegetable from Walmart. So I had purchased some of their frozen vegetables in the past and just thrown them right onto the tray. And to tell you the truth, it did not reconstitute real well, rehydrate well, let me rephrase that word. And what we did was bought these steam bags. We're going to go ahead and pre-steam them, get them pretty well cooked through. So that way, when they dehydrate, they'll hopefully rehydrate a lot better. So I'm going to go ahead and get this on the dehydrator. There's one more in the microwave, some green beans. And I'll show you as we progress here, and there's a couple of the other different foodstuffs I have laid out today. So we'll check back in just a moment. Alright, the last bag's coming out of the microwave. Just like popcorn, folks, with these steam bags, watch your face. So, some of you may ask why I dehydrate vegetables. Well, I dehydrate everything from tomato sauce, hamburger, even the pasta noodles. I'll explain that a little bit more in depth here in a moment. But yeah, there's freeze-dried meals out there. There's that Mountain House, there's Pantry something, freeze-dried. But you're looking anywhere from $4 plus a pop for a meal. And yeah, they put the ingredients on the side, but you really don't know what all you're getting. This way, I know what I'm getting is fresh. I know what I put in. I know how much sodium I have in it. I know I don't have MSG in it. And it cost me a whole lot less. These packets of great value beans and peas and corn cost me $1 a bag. And this will probably make me, per tray, I'm going to say 3 to 4 decent add-ons to a meal. I'll add these to soup, ramen noodles, maybe just a side vegetable, who knows, or chili, stuff like that. So try and get the camera in a little closer here, so bear with me. If I butcher this, I'll edit it. Okay, I have this set for 135 degrees. This is Nesco American Harvest dehydrator. I got this off of Camp More, but you can get this just about anywhere anymore. Stay away from the Roncos and stuff like that you see at Walmart. They're not that good of a product. You want something with a heating element as well as a blower. This has it. So I have the beans on top, peas center, corn down. I still got one more tray. I can actually add trays. My local Traeger horn carries trays for 10 bucks a piece. I may get a few more so I can go ahead and dehydrate more things at once. So all we got to do is plug this in, check back on it in about 4 hours, see how it's progressing. One may dehydrate sooner than the other. Just take it out, throw it in a Ziploc bag, mark the bag what it is, and then I just throw it in my freezer. That way I can do a better job of keeping it fresh and from spoiling. So, well, I'm going to get the camera set back up on a better angle so I don't have to keep bouncing you guys around, and I'll go over the rest of my cooked stuff here. Alright guys, like I was saying, you're probably curious why I do this. Well, a lot of it is, one is cost, 2 is the flavor of the food I'm getting, and 3 is the weight. You can buy a bunch of canned goods if you like, but it's going to add some weight. You can get a lot of store-bought stuff already done up. That way you're able to just add a few of your own ingredients to it. Like these chunky light tunas, they have chicken. For lunch, I got some hard salami. Just got to make sure you keep an eye on your expiration dates so they don't expire. Excuse me, this head cold just hasn't gone away yet. while you have this stuff in storage. But the vegetables I'll add to like my ramen to give it some extra flavor, nutrition, fill you up more, you know. When we were discussing the chicken, I got this idea off of Pack Rat, another YouTuber, and what he does is I found that chicken packet and I added it with some Idaho instant potatoes and a drink mix, and went ahead and vacuum sealed it in a vacuum bag, so I have one set meal along the side. This probably weighs just a couple ounces. We'll go ahead and get steel out real quick and get it turned on. There we go. Bear with me here. About 10 3/4 ounce. So they ain't a whole lot of weight, especially if I'm only taking one of these. This is maybe the only significant weighted meal I'm going to have with me for a week, for a weekend. So that's those. But what I'll do is I'll dehydrate and I'll mark the Ziploc bag. Like, this is seasoned green beans. These were green beans right from the garden a friend of mine gave me. I've been eating them, so they're pretty much gone. I sauteed these in a little bit of butter, garlic, a little bit of balsamic vinegar, and hot pepper flake. Really good. Add those to my ramen noodles. 2 ounces. So light and healthy. These are going to go back in the freezer, so I'll leave these out. They call this gravel. All it is dehydrated hamburger. You want to get the leanest you can find. You don't have a lot of grease to worry about draining, but you'll fry it just like you would. Make sure it's fully cooked. Set it on some paper towels on maybe a baking sheet. Let it sit and soak off the fat. Then go ahead and put it on your dehydrator. Just make sure you have it in the proper setting. Another one I'm going to have to get hopping on making here is tomato sauce. Tomato sauce leather. Just take the jar. Right, the jar, just pour it onto your trays here. Just make sure you have the fruit leather plastic, or what I got now is just some parchment paper, which is going to be a whole lot easier. I can bend it easier and pop it off. And I'm going to start putting it in the freezer, let it cool off, get it a little harder, and throw it through my grinder, a coffee grinder, get a little more powdery. But it still rehydrates pretty well on its own like that. So that's the hamburger, tomato sauce. And you see I have it in a big bag here, and individual packages. This is enough for one meal. It tells you when I made it. I don't do it on the outside bags. I just do the inside bags, the dates when I make it. The tomato sauce I have, like this one's Prego garlic and onion flavored, and I just need to add 1.5 cup water to it to rehydrate it after I'm making my rest of my meal. Here's the, I like the rotini style pasta. What I do is go ahead and pre-cook this fully, go in the dehydrator. That way it doesn't take as long to rehydrate and cook as you would if you made it right from the scratch, which is going to be about 14-15 minutes. That way I do it in half the time. Let's see, cauliflower. Doesn't look like it, I know. It looks like but when it reconstitutes, it comes back to almost the natural color. So, and last here I have is chili. I'm learning something. I'm not going to throw this out because it's still palatable, but I need to do something with the beans. I'm either going to have to cut them in like quarters, or I'm just going to throw them in my food processor and just chop them enough before I go ahead and make the chili. I make the chili, let it, you know, have a little for myself, and then the rest I put on the dehydrator. But I'm finding out the beans are not rehydrating very well. Now, it may do better on my billy can where I'm getting more heat and let it cook longer, but on the amount of time I let it sit on my alcohol stove and cozy, it's just not constituting enough to my liking. But it's palatable, so we're going to go ahead and hold on to these.